Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Great.
So we're back for another episode of Car Conversation
With Kim and April.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. Hi. Welcome back.
Welcome back. So we have talked about, our first episode was about getting the offer. Second episode was
Interviewing for the offer.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Second was, what was it?
The second was about how to resign with grace.
Yes,
how to
resigning
go
with
to
grace.
your manager and let them know that you have found a new position.
Yeah, and today we're going to talk about, so you got the job. Now you have to go, you've given your notice, but now they have come back with a counter offer. And for those of you that might be in your very first professional positions, April, share what a counter offer is.
So a counter offer is when your current employer comes back and says, hey, we either want to match or exceed the new offer that you have, whether that be benefits, monetary, or
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever the
they're,
case
They're
may
just
be.
trying to retain you. They
Yeah.
want you to stay.
They don't want you to leave.
And let's talk about why they want you to stay. They
Yeah.
want you to stay because it's expensive to replace you. There's training time. They may have to pay a fee to a staffing firm or a search firm, and it's incredibly costly to retain you. So it's not even just things to think about. It's not necessarily that they want you. They don't want to deal with the headache of replacing you.
Yeah.
And they also know in today's tight market how difficult and timely it's going to be to find a replacement. So there could be a vacancy on the team, causing other people to work overtime, et cetera, et cetera. So the likelihood of you getting a counter in today's market is very, very strong.
Very strong.
Yeah.
And before you go to, first think about it, right?
Yeah.
Take everything into consideration. But before you accept the counter or decide, just keep in mind, why were you looking in the first place?
Right.
Was it the culture? Was it your boss? Was it
Money,
money?
location,
workload? Are you working 80 hours a week?
opportunity for advancement. That's a big one. There's just nowhere for you to go from the position that you're in right now. And so when you get that offer, you got to sit back and think, are these things really going to change? Chances are no, guys. You're just going to get more money or whatever. Maybe they're going to offer you a promotion, and that's something to consider and think about. But most oftentimes, it's that they're going to give you more money to stay in the position that you're presently in.
Right.
So you really want to think about, okay, what does this mean for me long term? I left because I don't like my boss. I left because I don't like the drive. I left because I don't like the culture. Those things are not going to change.
Yeah.
And the statistic, share about that. It
Over-
was a little what's the word I'm looking for? Just surprising. It's very high.
Yeah, and the consensus from most of the sources that we found was that at least over 70% of counter offers, those people that are in that position left within 6 months
To a year.
to a year.
Right.
But for the most part, the majority was 6 months.
And here's
So
the
it's-
thing, your loyalty is in question. So when they say, 80+% will leave within the first year, you don't know if that is, they just decided, okay, fine, I am going to leave. They get another opportunity 6 months down path. Or is the employer saying, you know what, they're not loyal. We need to get them out of here. So you're basically just a retainer until they can find a replacement for you.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the majority of what happens.
Right,
So they find
exactly.
out that you're interviewing elsewhere, that you have another position or another offer out there. So they're going to say, okay, well, we'll offer them this amount of money, X amount of dollars, or whatever it is that they're getting from their other offer so that they can stay. And then in the meantime, they will be interviewing to replace you.
Absolutely right. So lots of things to consider. We're not saying don't take a counter offer. We're just saying walk in, eyes wide open, think long and hard about why you were looking in the first place. Money is not going to change any of that. And we're not saying that, that offer isn't the right thing to do all the time. We're just saying keep an eye open.
Yeah.
Walk in and know exactly what it was you were targeting when you started looking in the first place.
Exactly.
All right.
All right.
Excellent. So next episode, we're going to talk about LinkedIn profiles and how impactful they are in your job search.
As well as the video after that, we're going to talk about your first day on your new job.
That's right. So
Okay.
stay tuned.
Bye, guys. Thank
Peace
you.
out.